Hello YouTube, welcome to a heart-opening yoga practice where we'll be working through some gentle back bends. So as we start in our seated position, let's bring both our hands to our heart space, closing down the eyes. And today our focus for the practice is our heart chakra, Anahata. This chakra focuses on love, compassion, and empathy. And as we open our heart, we also open in love, in for forgiveness, an understanding of others. Start to feel the sensation of the breath and the rise and fall of your chest underneath your palms. Notice the pattern of the breath today. Is it slow or fast? Long or short? Is it soft, smooth, or jumpy? Noticing where it is and accepting of that. And in your next inhale, becoming mindful of filling up the lungs as you start to deepen the inhale. Exhale to completely empty the lungs. And let's do that again, a little bit bigger, and breathing out through the mouth. Inhale. Feel the chest rise. Exhale, let it go. Again, deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. One more, inhale. Exhale, let it go. And perhaps there is something that you can connect with for this practice. Maybe a feeling that you have in your heart at the moment. Maybe it's someone that you're unable to forgive. Maybe it's someone who you want to find a deeper connection with. Or maybe that deeper connection is actually with yourself and love for yourself and your body. And open up the eyes and let's start sitting down. Bringing the hands to the knees. Inhale, arching the chest. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale to arch, exhale to round. Inhale, arch, exhale, round. Changing direction. Inhale, arch, exhale, round. Taking the movement as big or small as you like. Back to center, bringing up the right hand onto the ear. And feeling a gentle stretch down the left side of your neck, reaching the left fingertips away from you. Relax the right shoulder down. Breathing space into the side of the neck. And then looking down towards your lap and bringing the hand just more behind the head. So you also start to feel a stretch down the back of the neck too. Changing to the other side, feeling the opening in the right side of the neck, breathing space. And then bringing the head to face down, so you're on an angle. And release. Bringing the palms together, interlace the fingers, and let's make some nice big circles with the wrist. Might hear some cracking there. I know I definitely do. And change direction. And then come onto your tabletop. Hands stacked under the shoulders, knees stacked under the knees. And then we're going to inhale, reach the right foot up towards the head, arch the spine. Exhale, curling under, knee towards nose. Inhale, reach the toe up towards the head. Exhale, round. Inhale, feeling that core engagement. Exhale, round. Good, and bringing it down. As you bring it down, the right arm reaches up, look up to the fingers. Exhale, threading it through, just kind of hovering it there because we're going to keep moving. Inhale, reach the fingers up. Exhale, thread them through. Inhale up. Exhale, thread them through. And back to center. Left leg reaches up on the inhale, toe up, head up. Exhale, round, knee to nose. Inhale, arch, head up. Exhale, round, knee to nose. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, round, knee to nose. As the knee comes down, left palm reaches up, inhale. Exhale, threading it through. Inhale up, checking in with your breath. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale up. Exhale, thread it through. Back to tabletop. Tucking the toes, spread the fingers, reach the hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. Taking any movement that you need, maybe pedaling out the feet up and down through the heels. Hips are nice and high, keeping a bend in the knees if you need to. Just feel that length from the fingers all the way up to the tailbone as the hips reach as high as possible up towards the sky. Chest towards the thighs, looking to your belly. Inhale, come onto tiptoes, rounding in the upper back, coming into a plank. As you exhale, drop the hips, keep the toes tucked in this upward dog variation. Squeeze the glutes, protect the lower back. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. If this is too much, you can drop the knees when you transition into your plank. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, drop the hips. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do one more of those. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, drop the hips. Open the chest and the collarbone. Exhale, sending it all the way back. Downward facing dog. Walking your feet all the way up to your hands, finding a forward fold. Shaking out the head, bringing belly towards your thighs, whatever that looks like for you is absolutely fine. Grabbing hold of opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Hands to the floor, come onto fingertips or to shins. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is straight. Exhale, folding down. 2 more times. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, round down. Last one, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing, nice and slow. You can probably hear my son screaming downstairs. Roll the shoulders back. Good, let's just roll those shoulders back a couple of times. Bringing hands to your lower spine, opening up the chest. Squeezing the hips forward, squeezing the glutes, and just lifting through the chest. I want you to imagine that someone has a belt or a strap around your chest and they're lifting it up towards the ceiling. When we think about back bends, we already have a naturally flexible lumbar spine. So really I want you to think about this upper part, okay? So really opening in the chest, opening the collarbones and that lifting sensation. Looking back, if that feels okay on your neck. Taking any variation that suits you and coming up. And then bringing the hands interlaced behind the back. And then rounding forward in your forward fold, fist falling over the head. Feeling that squeeze in the shoulder blades to counter stretch. And coming all the way up, nice and slowly. Good. And we'll start our sequence. So we're going to step that left leg all the way back. So you're in a nice high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, you're going to open and cactus the arms and then lift that left leg all the way down to the floor. So you're in a low lunge now. Making sure that that foot is nice and forward, not too far back, and that the knees not hovering over the ankle. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open. So I'm keeping that back foot tucked to give me that extra support, because this isn't necessarily about the lower body, although we're incorporating it. I want you to be thinking about this upper body movement. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, arms up, and as you lift, the lower body kind of lifts with it. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Placing the hands down, left hand comes down to the floor and reaching the right finger up in a nice easy twist, looking up towards the fingers, breathing here. And then maybe you want to let that right arm open out to the side so that you get a little bit deeper. And then coming back up, bringing the hand to frame the foot, bringing those knees together. So hands are a little bit more forward than tabletop. Bending the elbows and bring the chest and chin in between the thumbs. And then the hips stay lifted. You might need to practice that a few times. Maybe that hasn't gone according to plan the first time. That's fine. Inhale, bring the hips down and roll the shoulders back to cobra. Open the chest, open the collarbone. Exhale, come all the way down to the floor. And then bring those fingers a little bit wider than your mat and spreading them, coming onto fingertips. We're going to go through some cobra rolls. So placing the top of the feet down on the floor and the knees and the thighs. Inhale, arch to come up. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale to come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down, beautiful. Bringing the forehead down on the floor. Reaching the fingers back. Rolling the shoulders back. And then we're going to lift up the arms, the chest, and the legs. Squeeze those heels together. Everything is lifted. Everything is working. All the muscles in the spine are working here. And you want to keep that chest high up off the floor. Try not to strain the neck. The movement needs to be coming from the chest. 3, 2, 1. Good. Just bring the palms on top of each other and rest down. Breathing here. It's quite hard to do a restful yoga practice when you have a screaming child downstairs. Apologies about that. Don't worry, he's not on his own. And then coming back, bringing the hands under the shoulders, pushing up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathing here. And take a big step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step it back to plank. And we're going to take that same flow that we did at the beginning of the practice. We're going to inhale, drop the hips down. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. And drop the knees down. Coming up, preparing for a camel, and that can be any variation that suits you. If you're very new to this practice, then just come as deep as whatever is comfortable. Now, it's not the most comfortable pose, but you shouldn't be getting any like real severe lower back pain. So I'm going to just tuck my toes, just like we did when we stood up at the beginning. Lift the chest up, look back, squeeze the glutes, and you want to keep those hips pushing forward. We don't want to be falling back. So keep thinking about lifting that chest, opening. It's hard to breathe, but try and breathe deeply. It's definitely hard to talk. And then exhale. Come to sit on the heels, bringing both hands to heart center, closing down the eyes. Breathing here, reconnecting with that breath, reconnecting with that heart space. Maybe noticing how the heart rate is increased in the practice. And release. Hands back down into tabletop. Let's take a cat-cow. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, big step to the top of your mat. Forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, all the way up. Look up to the fingers. Exhale, Samasthiti. And breathe here, preparing for the next round. Okay, so sending the right leg all the way back this time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, as you open in cactus, squeezing the shoulder blades together, right knee drops down into the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open, spread in the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, open. And then frame the foot with the hands. Right hand reaches down, left arm reaches up in an easy twist. Looking up towards the fingers, and then maybe opening in that left arm. I don't have the space to do it on this side. Breathing here. And then bringing the hand down, you're going to bring knees together, chest and chin comes down, elbows point backwards. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back to cobra. Exhale, coming down onto the belly, preparing for those cobra rolls again. So coming onto fingertips. Inhale, head and neck on the last. Exhale, creating beautiful waves with the spine. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So I'm going to give you two options here. If bow is in your yoga practice, feel free to practice that now, or you can come into that same locust position that we tried earlier. So option one is here. Option two, if you want to grab hold of the feet from the inside or the outside. I know people have different preferences. I like to take mine from the outside because when I take it from the inside, it gives me knee pain for some reason. So doing either variation. And if you're in bow, lifting the chest, keep kicking the hands away from you with the feet. Keep those knees nice and parallel. Try not to let them spread out. And if you're in your locust, just holding there, breathing for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. One hand on top of the other. Relax and rest the head down. It's very intense. It's working all the muscles in the body there. But it's the release that we get afterwards, which is why we practice these poses, even though they feel a little bit intense when we're doing them. That intensity can lead to a great release after. And then bringing the hands under the shoulders, pushing up and back, downward facing dog. Stepping the feet by the hands to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step it back again to plank. Exhale, drop the hips. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Let's take 2 breaths here. And then dropping the knees down. And we're practicing camel again. So if camel's already in your yoga practice and you want to take a full variation here, then please feel free. So you have a few options. Number 1 is exactly what we practiced before. Elbows point back, squeezing in the glutes, which is always relevant, no matter what one you're practicing. Hips forward, and we just lift the chest and see if it's available to open in the neck and the throat. Option 2 is if you want to intensify it a little bit, if you're feeling more open, but you're not ready to grab the ankles yet, you can just untuck the feet, and that's gonna kind of bring it up a notch for you. Number 3, if it's available, you can go to grab the heels, either with the feet flat or with them tucked if you're not quite there. And just remember that if you're going to grab the heels, we want to keep pushing those hips forward. They should be in line with the knees. They shouldn't be collapsing back like this. If we're collapsing back, then go with option 1, because it's better that you're getting that lift and you're nicely in line here rather than just trying to reach back just for the sake of reaching back. So if you are reaching back and this feels okay, you just keep actively pushing the hips forward. And then you open in the neck and let it drop back if it feels okay. Wherever you are, you're probably like, shut up, please get on with it, because I can't hold it for any longer. Slowly coming out by supporting the lower back, and then coming to sit on the heels with a flat back. Just keeping that spine nice and straight. And then bringing hands to heart center, close down the eyes. Reconnecting with the breath. Connecting with those thoughts that we had at the beginning of the practice. And a lot of the time when we're practicing yoga, we're doing it for a very physical practice, for our bodies to feel good after. But we also want to connect on a much deeper level. And by setting these intentions at the beginning of the practice, by working through what I like to call a moving meditation, we can start to see that shift in our mental health as well as our physical. And then bringing the hands back down, taking a downward facing dog when you're ready. Breathing here. And taking a big step forward to the front of your mat in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing. And then we'll come to lie down on our backs to finish the practice with a shoulder stand. Now, if shoulder stand is not in your practice, then I suggest just maybe putting a block underneath the hips, or you can just elevate the legs up against the wall like this. If you've practiced a couple of times, I'll run you through it now, but I am planning on doing a separate video with a bit of a tutorial on this to help you. So doing, please, whatever works for you. If you're not feeling inversions today for whatever other reasons, then just skip this completely. That's also fine. So bringing the legs up towards the ceiling, supporting the lower back, and I'm just going to lift up and squeeze, get the shoulders and elbows as close together as possible, and just point the toes up to the ceiling. Now the lower the hands go on the back, the straighter that my body becomes. So maybe you're here. Maybe you want to work towards lowering the hands, and you'll feel more of an intense Stretch in the back of the neck, the higher that you go. And then bringing the legs back down to plow, so lifting them all the way over the head, if that feels okay or if that's available. Maybe they're hovering like this, that's fine. If they're hovering, you might just want to relax the knees onto the head like this. Or maybe you can't see what I'm doing if you're upside down, so just whatever you usually practice, feel free to do that now. And then if you're in your plow and want to release the hands from the lower back, interlace the fingers and press the forearms and fists down on the floor. And then supporting the lower back to come all the way down. Try and do it nice and gentle without falling. And then hug the knees into the chest, massaging the lower back. And we'll finish with our Matsyasana, our fish pose. So straightening the legs, palms facing down, and you're going to tuck them underneath your butt. Still facing down. Legs are straight and down on the floor, and then you arch in the back and bring the crown of the head down on the floor, looking towards the back. Nice deep breaths. And a final beautiful opening in the heart center again. And of course, when we're doing these, I'm talking about the heart chakra today, but we're working through many others as well. And release. Hug the knees in one more time, massaging the lower back. Let the knees fall over to the left, looking over your right shoulder, taking a spinal twist. And then change to the other side. Right side, looking over your left. And back to center. And then taking Shavasana. Finally, the end is here. And I can definitely feel like my spinal flexibility and back bends have been working today because it's very awake right now, especially in my lower spine. So palms facing up, closing the eyes, and just relaxing here. Feeling the body become heavy. Allowing this feeling of opening to the universe. Knowing that we can't control the things that are happening around us, but we can control our reactions, and we can control what happens in our mind and emotionally when these things happen. And yoga is all about that, not just training the body, but training the mind. Starting to visualize a soft green mist surrounding the body. Visualize this mist covering your whole body from the toes all the way up through the legs, the hips, all the way up the torso, through the belly, the chest, the ribs, the heart center, down through the shoulders and the arms and the fingers, and all the way through the neck and the face. Green is the color of our heart chakra, allowing this soft green mist to sink your body deeper and deeper into a relaxed state. Keeping with this color green in your mind. The soft color of spring and of Mother Nature. allowing your body to be completely immersed in this green mist. And when the mind starts to wander, using this color as a center to bring back the mind to the present moment. I'm repeating the affirmation, I offer love to those around me. I offer love to those around me. I am able to forgive. I am able to forgive. I love and respect myself and my body. I love and respect myself and my body. Start to move the fingers and the toes. And gently, in your own time, rolling over to your side with your eyes still closed as you come up to a seated position that's comfortable for you. Bringing the palms together in your heart center. Namaste. I hope that you enjoyed that practice and that maybe some of those affirmations resonated with you today. Please feel free to share this video if you enjoyed it, on comment, and please subscribe to my channel if you do enjoy these videos because it would really mean so much. Thank you so much. Bye!